Feature Friday.
The freshest.
This is good. So it's always fun. I mean, the whole point of the channel is to sort of discover music from different industries, different parts of the world, and it's amazing when two industries come together and they collaborate. This is, of course, Ben&Ben from the Philippines and Pamungkas from Indonesia, which is
God!
class. And actually, the song is in English.
And to be completely honest, these are two of our favorite discoveries of music industries worldwide. I think
Pamungkas to the Bone, what a song.
Oh, and no, and the rest of his discography, even though that's the viral song, the rest of his freaking music is amazing.
So we have checked out some of it, so if you'd like to hear our thoughts on his music, feel free to check it out. Let's give it a go. And Ben&Ben, obviously, we're very familiar with them, so let's give it a watch. It's a live performance video as well.
This is gonna be super good. I just have a feeling. Look at it.
Real music, dude.
Oh my god, look at that! I live for those studios.
Congas, look at that pair of congas right there. Yeah, turn that shit up.
Ooh! I'm sorry, this is about to become the best song I've heard all year.
Yeah, probably.
Just saying, this is just hits different.
It's exactly
right
what we
now.
like, man. It's exactly what we like. Go on, go on.
Oh, good.
He's got so much swagger.
He does. I love this compressed microphone to give that really vintage sound.
It's so
Oh
thick.
my god, nice! You see, that's what I like about Ben&Ben. It's like the freaking attention to details. I always say it, but they always struck in the right moments. Like, for example, the swelling of the harmonies towards the end of the singing phrase. They just add so much more depth to what it could be a completely normal singing phrase. It adds that much more, sprinkle of magic. Like, it's one of those things that just take it to the next level type of thing. And there are not complicated harmonies. They're not, let's give it a suspended tone or diminish this note to make it sound jazzy or anything. It's more like, I don't know, it's like a grounded, rooted concept of music. Like, for the raw idea of music is music, and it feels like that too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the difficulty with this type of music is like, you know, you need so many band members in order to create this sort of quality, and I think that's why this sort of style of music is somewhat dying in the world, because you do need a lot of members, and actually a computer can never create this type of feel.
Oh, no.
But if you mix both, you know, you mix technology with a high quality band, it really does. You sort of encapsulate magic in a way that it's kind of unfair, because the only way you can get the Ben&Ben sound is by being Ben&Ben. You can't.
Correct.
There's not really many bands out there that can have this sort of sound, because they have so many details in place and so many members doing different things that create that sort of environmental thickness and that sort of a full sound.
It's like filling out the sound gaps. Like, because they all do little.
Yeah,
they
that's
all
right.
do little,
That's
but
right,
it
yeah.
just fills up enough. You know? You see what I mean? Yeah.
So you allow the music to grow and
You allow music to be music.
dude, there's so many guitars. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love his voice in English.
saturated like equalization of the vocals. It's so cool.
And it seems live to the take as well.
Is that range? Nice.
Sometimes they don't even look real. Like they look like
Like they're painted in.
yeah, they look
I
like
agree.
some of those characters from like movies, like Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Yeah.
They look like they're some sort of like bizarre creature that just sort of does music and he lulls you in and then he murders you.
Oh, okay, well, nice. That was really unexpected. Listen, the idea of having Pamungkas with Ben&Ben is
So genius.
such a brilliant idea because, again, you do listen to their discographies individually. You hear a lot of similarities in the approach of making music. Pamungkas is he is very detailed also in like even the directing of his musical videos.
Music videos, yeah.
So there's a lot of like thought process that goes behind his compositions, and I feel like if you were to pick two groups or two minds to come together, this would be it, and this is exactly what it would sound like.
I think it's really
in real life.
I think it's definitely one of the most like well placed collaborations, and I think it's because stylistically they kind of do make sense.
They do.
I think also it's really weird with Ben&Ben lately because they kind of, instead of playing with what's trending at the time, they're actually going back.
Correct.
They seem to be evolving, but so they're moving forward, but in styles wise they seem to go back and taking even more inspiration from the 60s and 70s. So it's really cool. Again, it's really rare at the moment. That's what I always say, like with the Filipino music industry, is like it seems to be one of those unicorns at the moment, which should be protected at all costs so that it can flourish and grow even more. And you know, people like Ben&Ben, a lot of the lads on the Sony, and like UMG, like the Sakta Budlos, the Addis on the like OC Records, all these guys that have sort of brought this indie folk sound back.
Correct. Yes.
Probably more Addy and Ben&Ben. It's really refreshing because there isn't much of that. Like if you look at, for example, in the West, like Reading Festivals coming up and Leeds, the only few bands that are gonna perform is like 1975, which is great. They really did change like the 2010s to
They
now.
did.
I don't think they even thought they were gonna do that when they started, but they did. But there aren't that many bands that are really gonna be present at these big festivals. Of course, like Harry Styles' band is really good, but it's more about Harry Styles.
But I think there might be a few bands, now that I think about it, that I follow the band genre of music. There might be a few runner-ups and stuff.
I don't know about Reading, but like Gang of Youths is obviously a good example of like what good band music can sound like.
Correct.
But in terms of like traditional indie folk, there aren't many that are doing this.
That's that's what I was going to highlight. I don't think there's a lot of indie folk bands because I think
that are selling this well.
No, I don't think so, and it's quite a shame because there's nothing more refreshing than hearing human music. Like literally.
You see the climax and the ending.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Oh, very John Mayer. Very nice.
Yeah! Hit me with Tagalog.
Thanks for the
This is
subs.
one of his songs.
It is, yeah.
One of their songs.
No way!
Oh my god, cool! exactly how I feel. How nice!
I love how Tagalog sounds, right? So cool.
You see, there's nothing complicated about the approach of the harmonies. It's people
Ah.
making the music, and that's it.
That's class.
Come on, that's sick. Yeah, I think so.
I think it was literally probably live to the take.
I really. How cool
Pamungkas
is
team was
that?
also involved as well.
Of course, yeah. Well, it was his band there with them too.
Yeah.
It's so cool, dude. I honestly want to. I hope they did more stuff in this environment together.
I would love. I mean, Ben&Ben. What was it? They did Pebble House, right? Where they did that
yes.
sort of collaborative effort with
That's
everyone.
a whole collaborative album.
That's right.
Big.
I think it's so cool because they have such a recognizable sound, and going now down sort of the collaborations, like with people like Juan Carlos, with Sild, with people like
Moira, even
Pamungkas, KZ. So I'd love them to go even expand outside of OPM
Yeah.
and start doing things like this, because there is like, I'd love to see like a Felix Irwan collaboration
also
from Indonesia. Yeah, there's so many artists that I love to see collaborate with Ben&Ben because they can provide such a foundation, and obviously both singers are incredible.
Well, they did collaborate with Young K from Day 6.
That's
Remember,
right.
that was
Done that before.
freaking amazing. Because also, I think they also bring the best out of their collaborations as well. Like
That's what I mean, a
they come
foundation.
in- yeah, they come in and they adapt to the Ben&Ben sound already.
Well, it's because they're musicians.
established.
They're
Yeah.
genuine. I think they're musicians first, artists second.
And then that kind of like allows the artists that also are coming into the picture to expand in their own artistry.
Well,
This
very
is
cool.
pretty cool, man.
Let us know what you guys thought
I like
about
that.
it. I did hope you enjoyed this review, and do know that we have some dates coming up. So on the 1st of October, we will be performing at the 1MX Filipino Music Festival. We'll actually be opening for a lot of these guys that we have reviewed, reacted, and had on the podcast, like Casey Tandingan, Easy Mill. So it's truly amazing. What an amazing sort of full circle moment for this year.
Correct.
Just as we're about to turn 3 on YouTube. So amazing. Get your tickets. Use the code here in the screen or the link in the description below, and you can get your tickets. It will be the 1st of October here in London at the 1MX.
Goodbye.